minutes, yes, please. Oh, yes, of course. Was that this previous That was the previous, the one, yeah, I think it was on the budget.
Okay.
Yeah, because I saw Michael Miller, today's what? Wednesday, she lost me on my days. Okay, so yesterday when Michael, I was watching the city council yesterday, and I
Wednesday, September 4th, Planning Commission meeting. Would you please call roll?
Chairman York,
Here.
Vice Chairman Salazar Garza,
Here.
Commissioner Mandel,
Here.
Commissioner Miller,
Here.
Commissioner Munoz is absent, Commissioner Hedrick,
Here.
Commissioner Budd,
Here.
quorum is established.
Thank you. Would you please read the rules of public quorum?
Yes. Citizens will be allowed to attend and make public comments in person at City Planning Commission meetings. The public is invited to speak on any agenda item and any other items that pertain to Planning Commission. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. If you choose to speak during this period, you will not be allowed to speak again when the item is being considered in order of the agenda.
All right, thank you. With that, we'll go ahead and open up the public comment for anything not on the agenda. If anybody would like to speak? Seeing none, we'll close the public comment and move on to approval of absences.
I move that we approve the absences of Commissioner Mandel from the August 21st meeting.
I second.
All right, got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Moving on to approval of minutes.
As Commissioner Mandel, I move that we approve the minutes from August 21st, 2024 meeting.
Second.
All right, motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Moving on to item 5, consent public hearing, items A and B.
Good evening, Commissioners. Mark Orozco with Development Services, Planner 3. I'm going to be reading into record consent items A, plats, and consent item B, new zoning. Starting off with plats. Item number 2, Central Park, Unit 1. This is a replat of .067 acres. It is located south of Gollyhar Road and east of Castores Road. Number 3, Heritage West, Block 2, Lot 2. This is a final plat of 30.12 acres located south of Leper Street and east of Interstate Highway 69. Number 4, Waldron Estates. This is a preliminary plat of 17.28 acres located south of Graham Road and west of Waldron Road. Item number 5, this is a conditional approval for the domain. Block 1, Lot 1 is a replat of 1.43 acres located north of Saratoga Boulevard and west of Highway 286. The plats are meeting the TRC review comments and the Texas Local Government Code. Staff is recommending approval. Moving on to consent item B, zoning. Number 6, it's a rezoning for NPM Development LLC. This is an ordinance rezoning the property at or near 11202 Haven Drive from the RS6 Single Family 6 District to the RS 4.5 Single Family 4.5 District and the CN1 Neighborhood Commercial District. Item number 7, it's a rezoning for Mustang Island LLC. This is an ordinance rezoning a property at or near 7213 State Highway 361 from the RMAT Multifamily Apartment Tourist District to the CN1 Neighborhood Commercial District. Staff recommends approval for both of these zoning items. Staff can answer questions at this time.
All right, thank you. Does anybody have questions for staff on items 1 through 7 or 2 through 7? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and open up the public comment. Would anybody like to speak on items 2 through 7? Do they need to sign in first, or can they come and state their name? You can come to the podium and state your name and address for the record, and then you'll have your 3 minutes to make comment. Excuse me.
Okay, Angela?
Okay. Hi, I'm a resident who lives on Haven Drive, and my concern is what is going to happen to that area, what's going to be built, if there's going to be like housing, or is the TM district planning on building another school? If that's what's going to happen, the traffic down Haven Drive is really bad in the morning and in the afternoons. We have speed bumps up and down the street, and people just drive, they fly over those things. Kids are waiting for the school bus in the morning, and that's a concern. I may be the only resident that lives on Haven Drive that's here, but that is my concern. I didn't see my property plot in the map, so, because it's only showing from Weegan all the way to Warrior Drive. So I just wanted to know, our property is not going to be touched at any point. That's my concern. I've lived there for 48 years. I don't plan on moving. I have a new home. And so I just want to know what's going to happen in that area. I know 11202 is further up towards high school, TM High School. So just my concern is also the traffic going up and down the street. Like I see kids driving after school, parents in the morning driving from Robstown to leave the kids at the high school, and the traffic is really, really bad. Don't ever see any police officers out there, and that's the times that they should be monitoring, because somebody's going to really get hurt. The reason we had speed bumps put in down our street was because one day somebody in a white pickup truck decided to kill all the dogs down the neighborhood. So we had dogs laying out in the middle of the street, all over the street, in the ditches. We don't have sidewalks. So my concern is this improvement or whatever is going to be built there, if it's going to be good for the neighborhood, or if it's going to be bad, or if other implementations or improvements are going to be made to the whole street. Because it's a long ways. It comes from Violet all the way to Mackenzie. So that's just my concern. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Oh. All right. Thank you for your comments. Would anybody else like to make comments on items 2 through 7? All right. Seeing none, I will go ahead and close the public hearing. And before we get into discussion, we'll do items 2 through 5 and 7, and then we'll do item 6 with Commissioner Hendricks going to abstain. So if we can have discussion or possible motion on items 2 through 5 and 7.
I make a motion that we pass items 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 as presented by staff.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second on items 2 through 5 and 7. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. And then Commissioner Hedrick will be abstaining, and if we have any discussion or a possible motion on item 6.
I just have a note. I did notice that on page 1 of the zoning report, Mark, that says that Haven Drive is along the west of Waldron Road, Don Patricia Road, Graham Road, and Flower Bluff Drive. I think that's inaccurate. Correct me if I'm wrong. We're talking about 2 different areas here.
Is there just a typo?
I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Elena
hair off.
Bordale,
Just wanted to make it
Development
known.
Services. Thank you.
And Mr. Chair, just for the benefit of the audience, the request is for majority single-family homes to be built on the site with some commercial only along Warrior Road. But the 80% of it is going to be single-family homes.
Thank you, Mr. Demas. All right, any further discussion, or if not, entertain a motion.
As Commissioner Mandel, I make a motion that we approve item 6 as presented by staff.
I second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, that motion passes. We're going to move on to item 8, and actually I will be abstaining for this, so Commissioner or Vice Chairman Salazar Garza will take over for me.
Yes. Okay, so the public hearing for discussion items 8. I don't do 9 as well, right? He comes back to do 9? Or just doing 8?
You have 2 UTPs.
Okay.
Good evening. Eric Galt, Engineer 5 with the Public Works Traffic Department. Here to present, we actually have 2 UTP amendments before you. The first one will actually be a UTP amendment deleting a proposed C1 collector, the extension of Whirlaway Drive. Just as a quick reminder, the urban transportation plan is a part of the mobility CC plan, and to amend the urban transportation plan, it can be amended through the Planning Commission to delete proposed roadway corridors or amend the alignment whether they are needed or not for consideration. The proposal is to delete a C1 collector extension of Whirlaway Drive. This is the location. This was applied for on July 19th, 2024. And again, this is to delete the extension of Whirlaway. The closure wouldn't have a nominal impact on traffic mobility in the area, and there were no internal or external agencies provided comments. The location is generally off of SH 286 or the Crosstown Expressway. It's located off of Martin, and this extension was actually just under a quarter of a mile from Martin Street to the 286 access roads. It had been recently moved due to some other developments in the area, and the proposed domain plat was the one that brought this forward, and that was, you considered that earlier. The contingency, I believe, is based on the approval of this UTP amendment. In yellow, you'll see the section that's to be deleted. This was the entirety of the C1 collector in this area. Whirlaway Drive to the west is a local road and does not connect any further to the west other than about a block to the west. The recommendation under here, as you'll notice, the Lands Road extension, that we believe that the Lands Road extension is adequate to provide for any traffic that's required to extend to SH 286. We did have some other concerns to be noted, is that under the current alignment, where it would come into SH 286 would potentially conflict with the ramps for 286 in this area, and we had some concerns, though TxDOT did not comment on this because it's not in essence a real project at this time. So our recommendation is to approve amending the urban transportation plan by deleting C1 collector, the extension of Whirlaway Drive. That concludes my presentation. If you have any questions.
Commissioners, you have any questions? Okay, then if no questions, then I'll open up the public hearing for item number 8. Do we have anybody to speak on behalf of item number 8? If not, then I'll close public comment. And commissioners, any other questions or a motion?
I move that we approve item number 8 as presented by staff.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you very much, Vice Chairman. Moving on to item 9.
The next UTP amendment that we're going to be considering tonight is the deleting a segment of a proposed C1 collector, which is known as the extension of Sand Dollar Avenue. This is out on Padre Island. And was brought to us for consideration by the Golden Point PUD.
Let me say, just for the record, Chairman York has to abstain from this one as well.
We already discussed that. So the request is to delete a portion of Sand Dollar Avenue. We originally had a pre-application meeting on April 2nd. The official application was received on May 21st. This request is to remove a section of Sand Dollar Avenue designated as a C1 collector from the urban transportation plan. The closure would have a nominal impact on traffic mobility, and no internal or external agencies provided comments. The area in orange as seen in here is what is shown in our urban transportation plan. The biggest concern with this area is actually the section located through the Packery Channel Oakmont Sanctuary. We did not believe that this was a functional extension through the sanctuary or would be allowed. It should be noted that Aquarius Cove was built out, and whatever remaining section once we went through the sanctuary would be addressed through the Aquarius Cove section. City does recommend approval of amending the UTP, deleting a section of the unimproved public right-of-way identified, oops, this is an old sheet, as the Sand Dollar Avenue extension.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners, do you have any questions for staff? If not, then I'll open up the public comment for item number 9. Do we have anyone to speak on behalf of item number 9? If not, then I'll close the public comment and entertain a motion and more questions from our commissioners.
Commissioner Mandel, I move that we approve item 9 as presented by staff.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion passes.
All right, well, thank you again. All right, moving on, do we have a director's report?
No director's report tonight.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any future agenda items from any commissioners? Seeing none, we are adjourned.